Welcome to the gym in Vista, California. It's my new place to train, and we're gonna go through an arm workout. But the first thing I wanna tell you is you need to find a gym that inspires you. So come check out my inspiration. Okay, so when I'm training arms, or any body part for that matter, I'm very instinctive in what I do. And this is gonna sound weird to you, but I let the machines talk to me. Like, I looked at this machine right here. This is where I'm gonna start with triceps. So today, I'm gonna rotate back and forth, tricep, bicep, tricep, bicep. I'm gonna start heavy here on this tricep press down machine. Good warm up just to get the elbows nice and warm and ready to go, and then we'll stack some weight on. I love this machine because it locks you in. You can see you get these pads right above your knees, get the seat in the perfect position, and boom, you can just isolate your triceps. Okay, so this is the first working set. If you're not familiar with that terminology, a working set would be when you're actually doing the work that you intended to do. It's not the warm up, it's not the cool down, it's the money. I'll typically do between 8 to 12 reps in 4 to 5 sets, depending. Remember, I'm listening to my body. I'm not following any strict pattern or routine or anything other than listening to the pump in my muscle. That's the number one thing you want to go for, is blood flow to the muscle. Pro tip, change the angle, change the exercise. Change the position of the seat, change the exercise. Because what lowering the seat is going to do for me in this particular exercise is increase the range of motion. If you increase the range of motion, you're going to change the neurological effect in the muscle, which changes the whole thing. So you don't need to add a ton of weight. You don't need to train outside of your abilities. You just need to take advantage of all of the different things that are available on each machine that you're using. So now I'm coming up higher than I was before. There we go, baby. Come on, let's go. Perfect seat position, perfect range of motion. Now I'm going to up the weight just a little bit. Stay within that rep range of 8 to 12. 8 to 12 is the hypertrophy zone where the muscles are going to grow. Okay, that weight right there is at the limit of my ability. 8 reps, had to jump to get in there. Look, if you don't have this machine, just look at the movement I'm doing. I'm pushing down the weight, so you could do a dip, but you're pushing your body up. The difference between closed and open chain movement, but that's a whole nother video. So try and mimic this as best as you can with whatever you have. If you don't have this, close grip dip, whatever is good. Let's move on. So we're gonna move on to biceps now. Like I said, we're gonna go back and forth between triceps and biceps. This machine, honestly, is one of my favorite because of the position it puts my arm in. It allows me to be parallel here to the floor and then completely contract my bicep. That's what you're going for. The contraction is what brings the blood to the muscle. That's the ultimate goal. So once again, it's not a lot of weight. I'm gonna actually lower this just a touch so I can get down below it a little bit more. This is perfect. So now once again, you might not have these machines at your gym, but I just want to give you an example of what my workout looks like, and variety is the key. Pro tip, time under tension, tempo. It's not always about how heavy the weight is, it's about how you move the weight. So the slower you go, the more you grow. I think people waste a lot of time in gyms being here too long when you could do just what I did. Slow down the tempo, increase the time under tension, maximize the amount of work the muscle's doing, and get the hell out quick. A lot of people say they don't have time to work out. This workout that I'm going to show you, typically to get 2 body parts would take me 20 minutes. I'm just going back and forth. Not a whole lot of rest between sets. Whatever time it takes me to set up, that's my rest period. Other than that, I'm just continually doing the work. I'm going to stick with this weight because I'm getting the desired result, the pump. pump. Don't let your ego get in the way of getting the most out of the exercise. Perfect weight selection, perfect setup. Arm is exactly where I want it. No swinging, no momentum. There is a time for swinging and momentum, but this isn't the machine for that. There's a time and a place for everything. Right now, this is time to isolate. That's what I want you to think about. Isolation, contraction, getting the most bang for your buck. Damn! If I wanted to right now, I could just do a drop set, keep this going, and I think that's what I'll do. Just drop the weight down, keep the exercise going. It's a tennis ball. Here's something I will say. I could walk through this gym and with many people in here, take the weight they're using, cut it in half, slow down their tempo, improve their form, improve their mind-muscle connection, and get the exact same result. So the reason I love this gym so much, the gym in Vista, shout out to George Jackson, Todd, is the variety of equipment. So many of the machines that I use might not be available to you, but the overall arching theme in this video is find a gym that inspires you. Find a gym that understands that every manufacturer has a machine that they made really well. So I'm not a big fan of gyms that have a line of equipment just to have the aesthetic of the line, like every single one, when some of the machines suck. Here, they got great stuff. So I love this Nautilus Nitro overhead tricep extension. One of my favorite exercises is overhead tricep extension. This one's great because it's unilateral. I can do one arm at a time, do both arms together, and the range of motion is absolutely perfect. I'm coming all the way back. The range of motion is something that's often overlooked too. Notice my hands are like in a karate chop position. I'm not grasping the handle. That is to help me get my mind and muscle connected. And I'm just sitting right here. I'm contracting everything. I'm contracting my core, coming all the way back, and then extending, pushing from the meat in the palm of my hand, and really getting that tricep. And I'm on like rep 5, and it's burning already. There you go. So don't get caught up in sets and reps and all that sort of stuff. Get caught up in how you're feeling. Get caught up in the pump. Get caught up in looking like my guy Eric right there, man. He's jacked. So this video is turning out to be kind of a bigger theme than I originally thought it was going to be. Bicep and tricep. It's about atmosphere, and in addition to the machines, part of the atmosphere is the people that train here. This gym right here, the gym, every single person is serious. Matter of fact, I had a conversation yesterday with the owner. It's January as I'm shooting this video. Typically, people are coming in the gym. He said, Clark, I turn people away because I look at them and I know this isn't the place for them. Like, this is not a big box corporate gym, and I tell them, go down the street, around the corner, there's one of those types of gyms available for you, because everyone here is 100% blinders on, focused. But that doesn't mean they're assholes. They're nice people. They might look like assholes when they're training because they're into it, but I promise if you go up and say hi, they're gonna stop what they're doing, or politely say, hey, after my workout we can talk. But you know, that's what I'm saying, you know, they're everywhere around here. Matter of fact, Eric, come over here real quick, brother. Hop in this, do a little cameo. So we just recently met, but we've kind of known each other for a long time. I'm talking about the atmosphere of the gym. I'm talking about the vibe that you get from being in a gym. What do you look for when you're training somewhere that people can take away from it? Like, I
quit all my, I won't say the names, but I have a free membership, and I haven't gone back to those gyms in like 2 years since I found this place. Like you said, hardcore people. They're in here to work out. They're not really just talking on phones, sitting on the machine for like an hour doing nothing. They don't look approachable, but they are. Like, you can just walk up, ask advice, whatever. They're cool. They're like, they're here for the same reason. I found it when I went to those other gyms. I would start getting lazy. My workouts would just, like, I wouldn't sweat anymore, and it's like, no, I gotta get an environment where everyone's like on the same page.
Yeah, so how long have you been training? How old are you now?
Oof, 51.
Look at this.
But this was my idol. In the 90s, I saw him, and I wanted to be just like him. You know, I always finally got to meet you. You know, I've always ran into you in magazines and saw you going here and there, but you've been my motivation forever, man.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. That's great info, man.
Yeah.
See, so that's what it's about, right? You know, he looks scary when you first look at him. Got the beard, got the muscles and all that stuff, intense look. But he's a hell of a nice guy. And that's what you'll find when you just approach somebody with the right attitude. That's what it takes. So don't be afraid to enter into a gym that you're not familiar with because of the people that you're judging by their cover. I'll tell you this, there's probably a lot nicer people in here than there are at big box gyms, because sometimes those people can be a little pretentious if I'm just judging in general. Not everybody, but a lot of them. Okay, next set. Shut up. Another thing I could do is do the concentric or the pushing phase fast, and then do the eccentric or the lowering phase slow. That changes it to fast, as fast as I can, and then slow. Explode and decel. There you go, that's it. Enough for that one. On to the biceps. So as Eric just pointed out, you can see he's doing that machine the opposite way that I was doing it. So if you find a machine, and there are several of them, that you could do a way that accommodates an injury or getting you the maximum pump, then do it. Like this is a good example of that. You've got the flat side here, and then you've got the angled side here. I prefer the flat side because I can get my arm fully extended at the bottom and get that. So right here, I can take my feet off the ground and dangle here, full extension all the way down. There's no right way, there's no wrong way, there's your way. Please understand that. There are a lot of experts online trying to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. What you should or shouldn't do, first of all, is train smart, train safe, train consistently, and train in a way that you're gonna get the results that you're looking for. Regardless of what any expert says, don't overdo it, right? It's about sustainability. If you can't sustain the intensity that you're training at, then your intensity is too high. That make sense? Rewind that. Listen to it again.
Perfect example, when I first started training, I had trainers or whatever, so I was always nervous because they'd show you a certain way, and I thought that's the only way you could do it. Even though I'd feel uncomfortable here or there, I was thinking that's the way you have to do it because that's the way, you know, I was shown to do it. But now that I'm older and been training longer, I figured out, got to kind of tweak things to what feels best for you. It's not one way is the only way. What I've figured out all these years of working out. Yeah. I have to move grips. My arms are shorter than, you know, like my training partner was 6 foot, so we'd have to change. I couldn't do it exactly the way he does it. I have to change to what's comfortable for my body and my pump and what I feel. It's just what I've learned over the years. Like in the beginning, I was scared though, because I'm like, okay, how come it hurts? This is the only way I'm supposed to do it. But as you get older and get more, you know, talk to people like you and other people, it's like, no, you change it around and move it to what feels good for you. That's what's worked for me.
There you go. There's 70 years plus of collective experience. That's what you're getting when you talk to someone like Eric or myself. You're not just getting the knowledge that we have, you're getting the knowledge we've acquired over decades of training from professionals and people that you followed and coaches in high school. All of these people have contributed to our knowledge. And then when we say something, it's not just us, it's all of them. It takes a community to raise a bodybuilder. So look, man, take this information and apply it to your life. And I promise you, when you're 51, you might end up looking that good. It's possible.
Don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah. Rack your fucking weights. So another thing you want to do is search the gym for accessories. A good gym will have many different accessories that oftentimes aren't big machines. They're small accessories, handles. So I got this fat handle right here. It's for pull downs, whatever. But what I'm going to do is use it for overhead extension. Now what I had mentioned earlier, when you change the angle, you change the exercise. When you change the tempo, you change the exercise. When you change the size of the grip of the handle you're using, you you change the exercise because it changes the neurological response in the body. So your body has to respond and react differently. So this exercise that I've done 1,000 times with a similar bar is going to be completely different now that I have this fat handle on here. My body's going to have to figure it out. First thing I figured out was that's too light. Another thing, look, another pro tip. When you have a bar overhead, never ever assume that when you pull this pin out, that thing is not going to drop. Always either put your hand here to hold this down and pull the pin out and lower it, or put your hand here and hold this out and lower it. Because I've had this fall down on my head. Full range of motion all the way back. Something I'm doing right now that you can't see, I'm contracting my abs. Because I want to get the ancillary benefit in my abs. So what I'm doing, so you can see, I'm tightening my whole core. So I'm getting this, I'm tightening. So I absolutely feel that pump. So I could use this for all if I wanted to do reverse extensions like that. That fat handle changes the game. So for the sake of time, I would do 3 or 4 sets here. Now, all I'm gonna do to take advantage of where I'm at in the gym so I don't have to go all over the place, I'm just gonna pour this, so it's locked in. I'm gonna do my final set of biceps with this same handle. Okay, there you have it. An arm workout in a new gym, great environment, great people, great tools to help me achieve the result of living in a lean, healthy, muscular, athletic body that has longevity. That's what it's all about for me. It's about staying in shape for the rest of my life. This is 60 years old, I'm 59, with no drugs, no nothing, 100% natty, daddy. Let's go.